So only 3 competitors in this race. Singapore has an interest in this. Zach Liu. He'll be starting in lane 1, although the lanes are hardly of significance in the 1500 metres. Huynh Hu Tin from Vietnam is in lane 2, and Timin from Indonesia is in lane 3. Timin is the current champion, or the current record holder, I should say. The record being 5:34.74. For the long distance or the middle distance races, it's quite unusual to get very quick times in games because nobody wants to take it out too quickly and risk burning themselves out. And I think the same will apply in this race. There's confirmation of the result from the first of the 2 1500 metres. Isidro indeed getting the bronze medal, Tran Van Duk winning the gold, 4:47 flat, and you've got to think that Mohammed Haisham will reflect on the race and think, maybe I got the tactics wrong. Well, Singapore have yet to record a medal in the track and field in this Games, so Zach Liu will be carrying the hopes of the country. There are only 3 competitors, so at the risk of repeating myself, the -1 rule will apply, and that means that one of the 3 will go out empty-handed, so it means they only give gold and silver. There is Zach Liu, 29 years of age, celebrates his birthday in a month's time. Huynh Hu Tin, number 352. 28 years ago, old, celebrated his birthday last week. And obviously the favourite, the Indonesian Timin, the diminutive figure. He holds the current record of 5 minutes 34.74 seconds. So all of them going in red jerseys, due to start bang on 6 o'clock. I think we're just about spot on for time. 1500 metres. They start nominally in lanes, but immediately can break for the inside. And then it's every man for himself. Is this the moment that Singapore breaks its duck in the track and field meet? To be honest, there was no great expectation for Singapore to pick up a lot of medals in the track and field.
And now,
powerhouses very much, Thailand, Indonesia and Malaysia, who've acquitted themselves very well.
1500 meters T37, it's the final. Here are the competitors, ladies and gentlemen. Number 268, representing Singapore, Zach Liu. Next we have number 352, from Vietnam, Huynh Hu Tin. And number 163, from Indonesia, Timin. Here are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen, for the men's 1500 meters for T37.
Well, this is likely to be slightly ungainly. The athletes not the smoothest movers, but it'll be very competitive. They'll dig deep, give everything that they've got, that's for sure. And they're off, and actually this is a bit quicker than the first of the 1500 metres. Nobody really wants to take it on. Timin, the Indonesian, well, although he's the hot favourite, he wants to take it on as well. Doesn't want it to be too slow. Although he's quite small, he's got a nice long leg stride. Zach Liao and Huynh Hu Tin happy to just jog along behind. And so we go through the first 200 metres, and it's about the same pace as the previous event. In fact, it's a little bit quicker. Last one went through the first 300 metres in 60 seconds flat, and we would expect the T37 category to be appreciably slower. Timin going well, and he's opened up a pretty substantial gap. Zach Liao of Singapore in second place. It's really, I think, going to be a question of whether Zach can hold off Huynh Hu Tin and take silver medal. I don't think either of them are capable of touching Timin, who's likely to just stretch this lead out steadily. First lap from Timin, about 84 seconds. Nice relaxed style of running. With these events, it's so important to minimise the amount of energy expended for maximum speed. Actually slowed a little bit, Timin, and Zach Liao just getting a little bit closer to him. Huynh Hu Tin behind, labouring a little bit. Quite heavily built in the legs, the Vietnamese. And as we approach the 600 metre mark, Zach Liao is slightly closing the gap on the Indonesian Timin. Could there be a surprise in this event? Crowd doing their best to support the athletes. I think Timin's opened it up again, and Zach Liao's definitely slowed, labouring a little bit now. 2 laps to go. And Timin's coming up to the 800 metre mark. Games record is 5:34. Zach Liao seems to be moving more smoothly again, and he's opening a little gap between the Singaporean and Huynh Hu Tin. Timin down the back straight yet again. That gap closing a little. It seems to close on the back straight and then reopen again on the home straight. I would say the gap is about 12 to 15 metres at the moment, and Timin is definitely slowing. Can Zach Liao close the gap? I think Zach looks as if he's probably got the silver medal. Huynh Hu Tin labouring a little at the back. There's a big gap now, and Zach Liao, he's probably got the gap down to about 12 metres. Timin in the lead from the gun. Current games record holder at 5:34.74. Just about to take the bell at 4:03. So he's got 1 minute 34 seconds, or 31 seconds to get round the last lap, and the gap's opened again. Timin's pushing on. I think the gold is going to go to Indonesia, but it looks like Singapore are going to pick up their first medal of the track and field competition in the 8th ASEAN Para Games. Now the question is, can Timin break the record? It's his own record. It stands at 5:34.74. He's coming up for 200 metres to go. He's on the final lap. 4:42. He's got 52 seconds to cover the final 200 metres. Can he do it? He's halfway round the curve. 150 metres to go. Min, he's stretching the legs again. He's pushing on again. 5:07 with just 100 metres to go. I think he's going to beat the record. He's sprinting now. I think he's going to beat his own record. My goodness, he's really putting a rush on now. And as the clock ticks down, he's going to be well inside his previous record. He's smashed the record by 10 seconds. A marvellous effort by the diminutive Min from Indonesia. And Zak Liao brings home Singapore's first medal of the track and field. He takes silver in the 1500 metres. Well, that's a prodigious effort. Zak Liao collapsing as he crosses the line. He's given everything, but he's emerged with Singapore's first track and field medal of the 8th ASEAN Para Games. But there's no taking the glory away from this fellow. Min, the record holder, and he smashed that record by fully 10 seconds in this final. It's good to see the attendance out there to administer to Zak Liao, who's absolutely given everything, as has Huynh Tin. But Min went in as hot favourite and never looked as if he was in any trouble. A great sprint finish suggests that he could actually have gone even quicker. And Zak Liao, take a bow, young man. Singapore's first track and field medal, and it's a silver one. Well, Min in the lead from the gun, and really it was never in any doubt that he would be able to hold on to that lead. The most experienced of the athletes, and the race was between these two guys, eventually won by Zak Liao of Singapore. There's a big gap as they went through after the first 300 metres. For a while Zak Liao did close that gap a little as he shook off Huynh Tin, but at the bell Min was already 15 to 20 metres ahead, and in the home straight he put on a tremendous sprint. Here he goes. Well, he's enjoying that moment, winning the race by fully 80 metres in the end, and in the process knocking about 10 seconds off the previous record, his own record. And that's how much effort Zak Liao had put in. Absolutely exhausted, but he's brought home his country's first track and field medal from these games.
Bouquets to Zak Liao of Singapore for finishing second, with Huynh Tin of Vietnam taking third place.